Welcome back to my channel. In this video I am going to try a few new things which I got in a post, which is some new products from the Balm. If you have never used the Balm before, I would definitely recommend the Balm. I think they're a bit more affordable and they are amazing. So I received a new highlighter, which is the Bonnie Luminizer, and I received a new eyeshadow palette. So for today I'll be using the L'Oreal True Match in combination with the iconic Illuminator drops. Grabbing a little bit of the L'Oreal foundation, apply that on my hands. And then I'm grabbing the iconic London Illuminator, probably like 2 drops. And I'll be mixing those two together. To blend my foundation out, I'll be using the Spectrum A02 brush. You know what I've got? I've got primer. To blend everything else out, I'm using the iconic Pro Evo brush. Then once my foundation is in there, I'm going to pop a little bit concealer on. For concealer, I'll be using the Milani Retouch and Erase there. Then getting my Spectrum brush again, and I'll be dabbing that into the skin. Make sure you dab that very gentle on the under eye area, the sensitive area over there. So I really like this foundation. I think L'Oreal is probably one of my favorite drugstore brands. Their foundations are really, really nice. I love the True Match. It's a bit lighter coverage, so a bit more natural, but you can build it up if you want to. And if you want a little bit more coverage, I will recommend the Oreal Infallible. So you have the one in the glass pot, which is really nice for like quite a silky, a bit of a dewy finish. And then you also have the Infallible in the tubes, and these are a lot more covering and a lot more matte. This one is in the color 3D, 3W. Then before I move on to the powder, I like to use my Badescu facial spray. Doesn't taste nice. Make sure to let that sink in before you continue to the powders. Then for blusher, I'm using the Dandelion Duo, which is from Benefit. It is a liquid blusher, but it is so beautiful. It's a really dusty pink. I just like to apply a bit on my hands. Grabbing that same brush from Spectrum again, on the apple of the cheeks. If you have quite a fair skin, this is a really nice blusher. You can see it's a really subtle blusher, so it's nice as a base, and then afterwards you can put a powder blush on there. Or it's nice if you have a bit of a dry skin and you don't want to have too much powders on there. Then I am grabbing my loose powder from Beauty Bakerie in the color... Oh, this is not loose powder. Then I'm grabbing my loose powder from the Beauty Bakerie in the color yellow. I'm grabbing this brush from Makeupaddictions, which is the jumbo powder brush. It's literally the same size as my head. So I like to put a bit in the hair, dust my brush in there, and then give it a little tap. And then with this smaller brush, also from Makeupaddictions, which is called Small Duo Fibers, I'm grabbing a tiny bit more, and I'm using that for under the eyes. I'm only using a tiny bit under the eyes and on the eyelid, just to be sure to set the concealer and it doesn't go creasing. Why are there hairs on my face? Then I'm going to spray again. So for highlighter, I'm using the new highlighter from the Balm, which is called the Bonnie Luminizer. The Balm probably has one of my favorite highlighter. I always used to have the Mary Luminizer, which is my favorite highlighter ever. This one on the other end is a bit more gold, as you can see. So if you have a bit more of a warmer skin, it will look really beautiful. Then I'm using this brush from Spectrum. It's the A05. My setting spray is nearly dry, so I'm going in with the highlight. And you can see how pigmented that is. It's insane. And it's just literally the tiniest amount. Ooh. Then for bronze today, I'll be using this bronzer. What the fuck? the Too Faced Pink Leopard bronzer, which is a tiny bit of blush in there as well. I'm using that to bronze my face, and I'll be using it to contour my face. Then I'm using the pointy side of the brush, grabbing a bit more product and brushing that under my cheekbones. Then for a bit more color, I'm using the Balm Fratboy blusher, which I'll be placing over my liquid blush, mainly on the apple of the cheeks, and then bringing upwards towards the cheekbones a bit. That way the contour, the blush and the highlights will all like blend in together and make it into like a flush, if you know what I mean. Then I need to contour my nose a bit, so I'm grabbing a bit more bronzer and this tiny little brush. Now I'm dragging that from brows all the way to the tip of the nose, and then blend out. And I'm blending that out with the Morphe M458 brush. Getting the Balm highlighter again, and then with my finger I am just placing that on the bridge of my nose and on the tip of my nose. Then for my eyes today, I'll be using this new palette from the Balm, which is called Foiled Again. It is so beautiful. If you look inside, it is full with glitters, foils, and the pigmentation is insane. Let me just show you this. Oh yeah, it is so pigmented. So I am really excited to use this. Before I am doing that, I am just going to use a eyeshadow base to make sure my eyes are ready. I'm using this one from the Beauty Bakerie, which is called Pancake Ice Cream, and I'm just dabbing that all over the eyelid up to the brow bone. Then the most important after putting on a eyeshadow base is always set your eyeshadow base. So in this case, I'll be grabbing a little bit of the loose powder, just a tiny bit. And I am just using that to set it. First I'll be going in with this one. This one, which I'll be using all over in my crease. The blending brush I am using is from Iconic London. Then to create a bit more definition, I'm going in with the color Seized, which I will be bringing down on the rest of the eyelid. Then I am grabbing a smaller brush, which is also from Makeupaddictions, and it's called the Small Pencil. Going in with the same dark color, and I'm just placing that in the crease and in the corners of my eyes. Getting my Iconic London brush again and just blending that slightly. You don't want to blend that too long because I want to keep that crease more defined. Then I am going in with this color. Getting a little bit of my Badescu Rose Water Spray. You can either use your fix spray for this as well, or you can just make your brush wet. And I'm placing that on the middle of the lid, and look at the pigment. It is insane. Probably do that until the crease. If you open your eyes, you can see how it looks like. Then I am grabbing that small blending brush again and just blend out the sides a bit, so it's not like a harsh line. And then starting my lower lash line. In the corner of your lower lash line, in the outer corner of your lower lash line. And then I'm grabbing this Iconic London brush again. And just blend out outer corners of my eye and the crease. Which I'll be placing in the middle again. Then for my waterline, I'll be using this Kohl pencil from Tarte. Grabbing that same tiny blending brush again and just blend out those inner corners. I will be placing that same silver a tiny bit in the inner corners of my eye. I'm not going to use any fake lashes today, but just some mascara, because my lashes need a little bit of a rest because I've been using so many fake lashes. For mascara, I'll be using the Tarte Mascara, which I really like. As you can see, I finished my eyes, so now I'll be going in with this liquid lipstick from Incredible Cosmetics. It is called Fake It Till I Make It. So Incredible Cosmetics is from the owner from Nails Inc, which is my favorite nail polish brand. I'm wearing it right now. This one is the Dirty Unicorn collection. Always come out with the most amazing nail polishes which actually stay on. Then I'm going over with the glazing over. It is a intensive lip glaze and it's called Love Don't Hate. And then I use my finger. Gloss is quite a semi matte finish, so it won't stay super shiny. It will go a bit like matte after a little while. But there you go. I'm just going to do my hair quickly and I'll be right back. Oh, this is how my hair looks like if it's short. So there you go. This is the finishing look. I hope you liked this look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell in the corner here, which will give you a notification next time I'll be uploading a video. But for now, I want to thank you for watching and I will see you next week with my new video. Bye!